Hey friends, fans, and followers, Jamie Hodges here from Ghostbusters, Virginia, here with another amazing product review. Now we know when you come here you expect to hear certain things. You come here for the Busters, the GB, it's who we be, Ghostbusters. But today we are delving into a different phenomenon. We're going into a world that's more than meets the eye. That's right, I'm talking about Transformers. This was a robot. This was like a robot thing.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers, robots in disguise. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers.
No, not exactly like that. Today we're talking about a product that draws inspiration from the world of the official Ghostbusters IDW Comics. The series, written and drawn by IDW Ghostbusters regulars, follows a scout Autobot as they follow a familiar Decepticon signal to Earth. It also really delves deeper into Gozer's abilities as an interdimensional being to pop up in the most unexpected places. It's a really incredible series. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, look online or pop by your local comic book shop. And who is this brave rogue Autobot? That's right. We're talking about Ectotron. Now, if this guy looks familiar, it's because he is. Hasbro did release an earlier version of this model based on the initial release of the comic books last year. So what's different? What you're going to see on this one is added Ghostbusters Afterlife details, including rust spots, a different head sculpt of him brandishing ecto goggles, as well as, you love him, you can't get enough of him, our favorite, our boy, our greasy party boy, our big blue greasy dirty party boy, Muncher. But to be fair, it's all new to me. I missed out on the first one, so I was pretty excited to hear about this new release. Now, while I am a Transformers fan, I probably haven't actually owned one since Beast Wars was still on the air, so that's all the more reason I really want to dig into this one. God, I want to dig into this one. But let's take a quick second to look at the packaging. Look at the packaging, look at the packaging. In regards to general packaging, it looks a lot like your typical Transformers figure you're going to find on the shelf today. One of the major differences is it comes included with a variant cover of the first issue of the crossover comic. There's your head start right there. Included on the side, we get a glance at the Ecto model, as well as the names of both of our ghosts, including our new favorite from Ghostbusters Afterlife, Muncher. Included on the back is some really cool retro art, as well as a quick description of our Autobot, Ectotron. Function, paranormal investigator. When life splatters you with marshmallow goo, just go with it. When the Ghostbusters need a ride to the next paranormal hotspot, it's nice to have one who can also handle a proton pack. It's time to bust.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Straight out of the box, I'm pretty darn impressed with this thing. Starting with the obvious, just looking at some of the details on the car for this scale and what it's supposed to do, it's pretty impeccable. In regards to the Autobot, I think Hasbro did a pretty great job replicating some of the artwork put together by Dan Schoen in the comic. Now, what works on the page doesn't always work in real life, but in this case, I think they knocked it out of the park. Looking next at some of the new stuff, of course there's a new head sculpt. Now Ectotron sports the ecto goggles, which I think is really cool. For some of the Afterlife stuff, we've got the rust details on the outside of the car, which they went with kind of a bronze paint, which I think is an interesting choice. But admittedly, it looks pretty cool on the logos on the doors. Also, a major defining feature that makes this the Afterlife Ecto-1 is the fact that the ladder has been switched to the other side. Now, like I said before, it's probably been about 20 years since I've busted one of these things out. It makes a great Autobot. Let's see if it makes a beautiful Ecto. 20 minutes later and getting several steps ahead of myself, it makes a pretty great car. But read your instructions, kids. All said and done, everything comes together pretty seamlessly, and if I didn't know any better, I couldn't tell it from any of my other Ectos. It's a freaking robot in disguise. How did they do it? Just as I said in its Autobot form, the details come off very nicely, and considering the roof rack is also a proton pack, it's kind of crazy how everything just kind of fits together. Also, since the roof rack is a proton pack, you have the added bonus of slapping a neutrino wand on the side of that sucker. That's right. That's extra proton punch. That's a really good high C flavor name. Write that down. Even though I had already collected the comics, this felt like a thickie boy. So I decided to crack it open, and surprisingly in the back were a bunch of cool alternate covers from all throughout the line, as well as a really awesome full center spread for Ghostbusters Afterlife. All in all, I'm blown away. And it's only January. We've got the rest of the year leading up to the release of Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I can't wait to see what else Hasbro has in store for us. That's it for this review. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want to get your hands on your own Ectotron, link to purchase down below. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. With the help of Ectotron and Ghostbusters Virginia, if you've got a ghost, consider it toast. Until next time, I'll see you on the other side.